Hey guys, Mana here, and welcome to the channel. I have another cool bike to talk about today. This one is from Honda, again, and it's another dirt bike. But it's one that I never thought we would be working with, considering its limited market appeal here in the Philippines, and not to mention the hefty price tag. This is a Honda CRF125F. No, it's not the usual street legal L model or the fire-breathing R or X versions, but an off-road only F model, and the F stands for fun. In this video, we'll talk about why it's awesome, the things we'll be doing with this particular bike, and towards the end of the video, you might want to get one for yourself. So the CRF125F is an off-road only motorcycle made primarily for beginners, particularly kids ages 10 and above. But just because it's made for children, it doesn't mean grown-ups can't have fun with it. In fact, that is the perfect excuse to tell your wife why you're buying one. So anyway, what does it offer? Well, it is powered by a simple 125cc air-cooled 4-stroke engine that only requires basic maintenance. It is fuel-ejected, has electric start, a backup kickstarter, and produces 9 horsepower and 10 Nm of torque. It has a clutch, which is how a real motorcycle should be, a 4-speed manual transmission, and a chain final drive. Now, housing the engine is a sturdy twin-spar steel frame with a down tube. Suspension up front has about 5 inches of travel, and the rear is a non-adjustable monoshock mated to a steel swing arm via Honda's patented ProLink suspension setup. By the way, the bike that we have here is equipped with a lowering link installed by the owner. For braking, you get a disc brake front and a drum rear setup. Now, this bike is known as the CRF125FB, or should I say big wheel model. Stock wheels are 19-inch front and 16-inch rear. Now, in other countries, especially in North America, there is a small wheel version of this bike rolling on a 17-inch front and a 14-inch rear. Now, in stock trim, this bike has a 29-inch seat height. It weighs around 90 kilograms with all fluids and has a 3.7-liter gas tank. Styling is your typical Honda dirt bike, but it doesn't have the unnecessary road legal equipment. Yes, it's not street legal, but that's okay since this is a kid's bike, and letting your kid ride on city streets is reckless parenting. Now, if you're wondering where this bike is actually made, well, here it is. Proudly on display. It's the same factory that makes your XR150L, CRF150L components, and some of the Honda Cub models. So what is the point of this motorcycle in the first place? Well, its primary purpose is for your child to learn how to ride a motorcycle properly. And the best way and safest way of doing so is in the dirt, away from the dangers of an urban setting, and the CRF125L is the perfect beginner bike for your child to learn on. It's off-road capable, easy to use, has very manageable power, and it's super easy to maintain. Now, you could also get one for yourself because why not? If you have a spot up in the mountains or near the beach, this could serve as your fun little trail bike. Anyway, what are we doing with this particular bike? Well, the owner asked us to convert the stock 19 and 16-inch wheels to the smaller 17 and 14 setup, since this bike is actually for his daughter. And if you happen to have a bike just like this, here's a quick guide on how to do it yourself. For the front wheel, we'll be needing a 1.6 by 17-inch rim with 36 spokes. The spokes required for the smaller front wheel are 189 millimeters long. For the rear wheel, we'll be using a 2.15 by 14 with 36 spokes also. Now, the required length of the spokes for the rear is 125 millimeters. Now, lacing and truing the wheels requires a lot of concentration. But anyway, for tires, we'll be using a 70 by 117 for the front and a 90 by 114 at the back. Make sure you use the correct size inner tubes for your tires. Alright, so there you have it, a CRF125F big wheel version with its wheels converted to 17 and 14, same as the ones in the small wheel version of this motorcycle. Now, I would like to convert one of these into a mini Supermoto, which would be perfect for parking lot shenanigans and a bit of go-kart track action. But I'll save that build guide for another video if another CRF125F comes to the shop for that kind of job. Alright, before we end this video, how much is the CRF125F today? Here in the Philippines though, the price is at 189,000 pesos. Honestly, for us over here, that is too much considering what you're getting. Might as well buy a used CRF300L or a brand new maxi scooter. But as of recording this video, Honda Philippines is offering the CRF125F at 50% off. So that means this bike is only 90,000 pesos. Yep, that is real, and the owner of this bike said it himself. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Like this video and consider subscribing to the channel, and leave a comment if you have something to share about this bike. As always, see you next time. Bye.